alive once again.
It's going to be chaotic tonight, just letting you know.
Every night.
We got 3 rowdy, sugared up kids. Well, they're not really sugared up, but
plus this big
you'd
kid,
think they were.
This big kid's getting sugared up right now, too. So, yeah.
Damn right.
Yeah, Reese's popcorn. So,
just see, I'm going to fuck around and find out.
Mama Bear over there is going to beat you up, just so you know. So, right?
What am I doing?
Going to beat him up.
Beat who up?
Him.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Frying pan against the head.
He irritates me. Like, literally, we had somebody here today, and she's like, I'm going to turn my head so that way she can do what she needs to do because I did not see nothing.
I was telling Oakland that she needed to be taller than her mother so I could at least have somebody to go on a ride with me. I didn't hide it. I said it right in front of her.
Right. So
I ain't scared.
I'm not that short.
I'm not that short.
And just for those that are curious, this is actually a very comfortable shirt. Not that you really give 2 damns, but
right.
Now we got to aim it sideways.
Right.
It's weird.
Yeah, this whole camera thing is just kind of wild, but hopefully soon we can get that lead.
We need to get that camera right there.
Right. Get a new one to get that. So that'll be in store later on.
Yep.
So let's say we've had, I don't know, this last week been interesting. SmackDown pretty much was just nothing important. I mean, it was
It was
a
kind
good,
of boring.
Yeah, I know that because they were trying to get through because of course the next day was Backlash, but that first night also was a kind of a clue as to the crowd.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
US of A, take some fucking notes. Y'all suck. Y'all suck.
I mean, stop with the what's, okay?
We were at WrestleMania, okay, live at Texas Stadium, and the TV was louder.
Yeah, that was, I mean, I don't know what some of the things they were singing, what some of the things they were doing, but they didn't give it up all night long. So, yeah, the U.S. crowd, y'all need to figure it out because, I mean, that's now the second pay-per-view that's been overseas that just put us to shame.
Yep.
So I know that, of course, upper management's going to take note of that. And so, yeah.
We're going to lose a lot of pay-per-views, guys.
So unless you want to spend extra coin to go overseas for a pay-per-view, which that might be nice every now and then, but yeah.
I give it 3 years, then WrestleMania will be overseas.
Yeah. Yeah, I see that. I mean,
France.
Yeah. Yeah. That crowd. I mean,
and that was the crowd at the second or third largest city.
I think it was the second.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the walls were shaking.
Yeah.
They had a sound decibel warning come on their phones.
Uh-huh.
I mean, and when they had when Jay came out and those camera flashlights were moving, I'm sure if you were in there, like they were saying, people were getting seasick. Just the movement, like the walls were moving. So, yeah, I mean,
they have a WrestleMania in Paris.
Yeah,
it'll be the highest grossing gate of all time.
Yeah, it probably won't be able to come close. I mean, anywhere in that area, because I mean, for us, the amount, heck, what is it? To get from London to Paris is like 3 hours. We can get from here from Oklahoma City to Dallas in 3 hours.
2.5.
So yeah, 2.5. Yeah, I'm trying to give them a little, leeway. Yeah. Foot down all the way. So I said, you get someplace like that in Europe, the way that crowd reacts, yeah. So
it's game on.
So come on, guys, you got to kick it up a notch. So, and I'm much of Stone Cold fan. The what that's been how many decades ago? So you need to kind of give it up and let's start figuring out something else because it's time.
All right, so first of all, we were wrong.
And I will gladly admit, on that, I was, I think that you know, even though it was almost a botch, but I know because, you know, he came out, it was almost a little late.
Oh yeah, it was way late.
Yeah. So, of course, we were all talking about the Solo and Tama versus Randy and KO, which started off just a full out brawl.
And then you got Tamalua.
Yeah.
Now I ain't seen that person. I ain't seen his face in a hot minute.
Yeah. You know, and they were talking about the reason that he pretty much missed his mark is because it was so loud they couldn't hear.
Yep.
And there was somebody else underneath the ring with him because
you could see him pulling on the tree.
I'm trying to hold it up.
Yep.
So I mean, if neither of them could hear, that just, I mean, I'm sure that the refs were having fun with that, trying to get information passed. So, I mean, they earned their money, but I mean,
yeah, they did.
But it was a great pay-per-view. Like I said, the whole thing from that part was, it's like, you know, but like I said, if I couldn't watch it, I didn't get to watch it till later. And that was annoying for me because it took me 7 hours to watch that thing because my internet kept messing up.
Okay. I watched it at work.
Yeah. So
live.
Yeah. So it was but I got a notification the other day that there was a major issue with their service in my area, but it has been fixed. So they better. Because I was getting notifications every day that my service was going out and I was getting highly irritated.
T-Mobile?
No, it's Cox. So, which was kind of a surprise since it being Cox. That it was, But like I said, it was a great start. Like I said, you know, and you sent me the emoji fire because it started off with a bang. You know, and then we kind of had a little bit of a letdown. I'm being nice. Yes, I'm being.
You're doing the roast pan.
Okay.
So I said, you know, we talked about that. I think part of it is just because Tiffany, you know, she is a fresh face. She's good, but in that kind of situation, she's
not Bailey and Naomi good.
Yeah, which I mean, Naomi, she's got the experience, but she's still, I don't know. I'm not big on Naomi. No, I think that she's a bad wrestler. I don't know. I think I'm just tired of the glow. Yeah. I'll tell
you who is big on her though.
Oh, I'm sure.
Jimmy.
Yeah, I'm sure he's big on her all the time. We'll get to him.
He's probably like, make me glow, mama.
We'll get to Stardust.
Go. Other room now.
But yeah, I think she needs a rebrand. It's time. Yeah. So I think it would do great. She needs to stop with the hair ideas that she's got from.
Looks like she got tape in her hair.
Yeah, that she got from the idea from another female wrestler that just likes to quit on people.
Yeah.
And she's talked a lot of smack. You know, the same individual has talked a lot of smack that where she's at now is where all the real wrestlers are, but she hasn't wrestled a match yet.
Okay.
So I mean, I guess all the real wrestlers there. You know, it's good for you because they're wrestling. AEW.
All of them are?
Yeah, that's what she was.
Rock ain't there.
That's what she was trying to say. You know, she was trying to throw shade. You know.
Yeah.
But you know, she's petty because she quit on him twice. So you know, you can talk all you want, but
who was it?
Sasha. Yeah. So, like I said, I think even though they're still friends, I know there might be, you know, some support, but she needs to. At times, need to shut her mouth. So, but like I said, you know, the match at the very last bit of it,
that really was good.
When it really picked up, it got good. I was, you know, happy with the ending. You know, I don't think Naomi nor Tiffany really deserve the title quite yet. You know, let Bailey have it a little longer. So, and they're building. So obviously, they've got big ideas coming. So I want to see where they're going with this. Yeah.
Damian versus Jay was.
Yeah, I was surprised. She was a lot better than I was expecting.
I was impressed with Jay.
Jay, he showed his, that he really deserved the title main event.
And legitimately speaking, had they not stepped in, he won like 5 times.
Yeah.
Without cheating.
Yeah, without cheating. So, yeah, I mean, and it looked like there was going to be, tension, which, I mean, there's still probably going to be tension between Judgment Day. And that's sad. Like I said, I'm not sure with Finn, because I was thinking about this today. Finn, first unified title holder, top talent, skill beyond belief, and he's stuck in mid-card level. And I want to say part of that is his own fault, because, I mean, I know, with the whole Prince Balor, he's got the X in it because he's trying to be all-inclusive. Is the whole reason for that X, which, I want to say, he's wanting to give others that would be considered disadvantaged an advantage, but it's causing him to be pushed aside. And he really can't complain about him being pushed aside if he's going to support those that are disadvantaged.
Exactly.
So, I mean, he's making himself a tough situation with that.
Y'all forgive me. I'm stuffing my face. This is good.
He is.
This is good popcorn. I'm not even going to lie.
So, but I do still see, I see Finn and Damian going at it. It's just almost inevitable.
Me too.
I thought it was going to happen.
Yeah.
I see them going at it.
Yeah, I see him going at it.
I thought you said thanks, babe. I was like, wait, what?
I don't know if y'all can hear that. We're getting some feedback on our set. Oh, there we are.
It was me.
Was you? How did that happen?
I don't know. That was weird.
Yeah, because you didn't move.
You can wrap your cord. No, don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's not doing anything right now. So.
Yeah, bring this way. Hold on.
No, God, don't get my way, bro. Look. Don't keep walking.
So, anyways, like I said, good possible future matchup, Damian and Finn. That's it. I mean, where they're gonna go with that, I'm not quite sure. One thing with Judgment Day, it does look like is going on. I don't know how many people have seen it, but it has been pointed out recently. The newest photo with Liv Morgan. Have you seen that? So she's wearing, like a black leather coat, black shorts, and then someone noticed something tucked in her pocket. It's a purple bandana, kind of like what Dominic's been wearing. And Dominic has been wearing that bandana recently. So it makes me kind of wonder, with what it looks like with the, her causing, an issue.
Is this the new mommy?
Right. Is this the new mommy causing, because Rhea, the reason she's off is because she's getting married. That's why she's taking off.
It does make sense, too.
Yeah.
Because Liv Morgan said, I'm going to take everything you hold dear.
Yeah.
Dominic is one of those things.
Right. So just kind of another wedge in the Judgment Day.
Yep.
So, and we've talked about,
So good.
what have to do with, with the YS6 and all that, because her ring gear has sported the eye. The eye has come up in some of the QR code videos.
I think it'll be Alexa Bliss, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I still think. Yeah,
I don't think Liv Morgan's going to run it.
No, like I said, I think like I said, I think all of it, what they've been talking about is different associated characters within, like they said, the Dreadmare.
Yep.
But she will have her own thing, and and that's good. She needs-
Dreadmare video stopped, by the way.
Yeah, I noticed after the Believe.
They stopped.
Yeah, they stopped. Speaking of that, and with the last QR code, you were like, what does that mean?
Right.
I think it's kind of accumulation to find, they're working towards of everybody's on the same page. Everybody, they're a family, they're working together. And in the last video, when it had all the words going across, one little section had Roman numerals. And it said 525.
Yeah.
And that's when King of the Ring pay-per-view in Saudi Arabia.
What's on 8-3 or 8-5?
Yeah, whatever that was. So in August. See, that's August 31st in Berlin. So, yeah, see, I'm not sure what that whole 8-5 was, or wherever that was in that one. So unless it's, like I said, some of the stuff you got to dig pretty deep as to the meaning of the things. And
SummerSlam, 8-3.
Okay. Oh yeah, it was 8-3. So yeah, SummerSlam. So, like I said, that's still it's a long time to drag out.
They better make it good.
Yeah. So, I mean, is it gonna be one of those once a month they unveil a new member until finally SummerSlam they reveal everybody?
Well, that leaves them 3 months.
So
June, July, and August. So who would they introduce?
So that's the question.
Or would it be one every couple weeks?
Right. To finally starting off at,
because Braun's there.
Right. Starting off at King, but he's there.
Yeah.
But as to who's actually,
would it be 2 at each pay-per-view?
Right. As to who's actually a part of it. So,
or does it show none of them as a part of it, and then on 8-3,
I mean,
they all come together,
right? If I, and I can see, each pay-per-view, because, and I was thinking about this also along the way. When's the last time Alexa Bliss was there?
SummerSlam.
Right. The same when Bray's last match. Okay. Who was her opponent? Bianca for the title.
Yeah.
So I think it would be a great time for this one because who has the tag titles? Bianca and Jay. They're scheduled to be this Friday, tomorrow, for Queen of the Ring,
right?
Individually, but I think if they have, we don't know the full, match card,
right,
for that. But if Jade and Bianca have a match, with Alexa's first appearance back, be a great time for not only Alexa, but Nikki, because it looks like Nikki Cross is going to be part of it also, for those two to come and attack Jade and Bianca.
Yeah. To
have Alexa Bliss's first match back against the person that she had her last match before she took off. It'd be a great pickup.
Yeah, for sure.
So, and kind of give us a feel for what's going down.
Yeah.
So.
It makes sense.
Yeah. So. You can see. But speaking of the Bianca, Jade, and the Kabuki Warriors, that was
the drop converted into a suplex.
Yeah,
was
DDT.
Insane.
That DDT into a suplex.
DDT'd her, lifted her back up, kicked
her, and then suplexed her over. You talk about final move,
man.
Yeah,
that was the best move of the night.
Yes, hands down.
All except for Cody's overachieving Cody Cutter.
Yeah.
Cody, my guy. I support you clearly. But next time get some clearance for takeoff.
Yeah,
You were
like-
pretty far up there, bro. Way up there.
I think that fell on both of them, just being in the middle of the situation.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen Cody jump that far for a regular Cody Cutter.
Right.
I think AJ might have just been a little too close because if you go back and watch that replay, you see Cody jump. He
Right.
looks over his shoulder and he goes,
Like,
well,
dude.
shit.
But AJ, being the professional he is,
Yep.
he also spotted it, and he basically just literally just dropped right there.
Mm-hmm.
So
He kicked his feet back and just dropped.
yeah, so
That was pretty cool.
we'll get back to that.
Yeah.
I said
It's next.
Yeah, like I said, there wasn't a big card on that one. But yeah, I mean, we pretty much called most of the matches as to who was going to win.
Mhm.
Jade getting better.
Yeah.
Still,
She was
and you could tell they were still very iffy because she didn't spend a lot of time in the ring.
Mhm.
You know, but this is, like I said, we've said before, this is the perfect opportunity and spot for her to be in
Mhm.
to get the assist, get the help, get the knowledge from some veterans that are good at it, and her in her own style range.
Right.
So, yeah, this is. I look forward to, and eventually, like I said, the two of them feuding as to who's the
The
strongest.
far superior.
Yeah, far superior one. You know,
The
I am
EST.
I am the tag team champion. I was expecting that look.
Nobody home.
So
Leave a comment if you guys actually took the time to check that out last week. We got something to talk about after.
oh yeah,
Seen the new Twister trailer?
yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
The water tower in El Reno comes crashing to
Yeah.
the ground. I was like,
I saw that. That was
I was like, my grandma's house was right there.
yeah. So yeah, I'm intrigued because where before you had on the Twister, little sidebar. You know how we do this. Yeah, swerve.
Detour.
I was,
Squirrel.
instead of like the first one where they had the two opposing teams, the teams joined together.
They all joined together.
So I like that.
Okay, so there was a part. I gotta get back to it. Hold on. Rewind brain. Because we were talking about the water tower falling.
Uh-huh.
In this one, because Oklahomans, we hold movies like this really close to the chest.
Mhm.
Especially guys like he and I. He lived through the May 3rd tornado as well as I did. I lived through the March or the May 31st El Reno tornado.
And I was basically a football field and a half away from the May 20th.
Yeah. And as far as both of them go, he had worked security. He had job security for months.
Yeah.
But the point I was getting at was the tornado that came through the other night
Mhm.
on Monday.
Yes.
It rolled through Hennessy, Buffalo, and whatever that other town is over there before it made a beeline to Perry.
Right.
One of the opening scenes before the chases start in the Twister trailer is the silo in Buffalo.
Right.
It's headquarters, ground zero.
Right.
And it's the only place that got hit in Monday's tornado.
Right.
It's so weird. Like, as Oklahomans, and I'm sure he's driven by there on 81 a million times,
Yes.
but you drive by a place and you're like, man, that's a rundown. That's kind of cool. And then you see a movie trailer and you're like, I've been there
I
a
know.
million times. I've gotten a soda at that store. Like, I mean, it has them going into the store buying drinks.
Yeah.
The clerk that's in there, and this is not a lie. So if you're watching this and you're the clerk, I know you. You are an actual clerk, and it is super fucking cool that you got to work that movie. Super cool. They did a couple of scenes on my buddy Jax's family's land.
Right.
He told me he got to sit and watch like 7, 8, 9 hours worth of filming. He met the stars,
Right.
you know, because it's his family's land, so
Right.
naturally he's got access to it.
Right.
He did have to sign an NDA
Right.
or NDA.
Yeah, no disclosure agreement. Yeah.
Which is normal because
Yeah.
we did a movie set, 10, 15 years back at the bar. We had to also sign an NDA to, you know, say, oh, we're not going to talk about it. We know what happens. We're not going to tell anybody.
Yeah, we wait until it comes out before we can.
Right. Right.
And that's just a normal part of the business.
Then the movie came out and I didn't see myself.
Really, he was right there. You can't see it, but he was right there.
We went to the theater. He and I went and watched it together. You saw him.
You saw me.
He was a bouncer. I was a patron. And you see him, and the scene where you see him, they had the camera angle here, here, and behind him. Well, little did I know that the specific part of the scene that I was going to be in, his big ass was blocking me completely. He was standing, I was sitting. You didn't even see that I existed.
Yeah.
But
I had a big old duster on.
But if you would have seen me, you would have seen me stuffing my face with cheese fries.
Oh, and the best part, in the credits, it has him as one of the high school students.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which the high school part was filmed at Yukon High School.
It was.
But yeah, it had him credited as one of the high school students. We were both kind of like,
what's the name of that movie anyway?
Posthuman Project.
That's right. That's the one I thought was Posthuman.
Yeah. But yeah.
I mean, it was fun.
Yeah, it was very fun. Like I said, we sat inside for a while they filmed Dallas parts. We were kind of one of the patrons in there.
Yeah.
And then they picked me to be the guy that went outside.
Yeah, he and I were just kind of chilling, talking about what we were going to do the next day. I think we were talking about something.
Yeah.
And they walked up and hey, man. He said, yeah, what's up? He said, you're probably one of the biggest guys in here. We need you.
Okay.
What about me? He said, no, you're not the look we're looking for.
That's my hair was longer, so
I was skinnier.
Yeah. So, like I said, I walked behind the owner of the bar to find out what was going on outside as a female is burning a guy. So, of course, we walk out. What's going on? See, that's kind of like, oh, I'm going to go that way.
I lived vicariously through him that day. And
it was a cold night there, too.
Then there's a movie. We're way off track right now. I don't care.
It's all good.
There was a movie called Heaven's Rain. Okay. It was about an actual senator, Brooks. What was his name?
I don't remember.
His first name was Brooks. I don't remember his last name in real life. He was actually on set the whole time that I was in part of it. But the agent that I had at the time was like, hey, they need somebody to play an extra. And you're right there in McAllister and go to the prison.
Okay.
Are you sure? Yeah. They need somebody with tattoos. Okay. So I get there and I'm in my street clothes when I get checked in, and the director comes up to me and he goes, all right, here's your outfit. Go ahead and throw it on. I was like, okay. Now, it wasn't a prop. It had blood stains on it. Okay. So I put it on, and we went to lunch. Okay, we had a lunch break. Now, and he can tell you, and any actor can tell you, when you're in the character and in the moment, you don't really think about changing your clothes. Okay, you don't.
No.
You go have lunch. Now they had lunch in the cafeteria of the prison. They had it catered in. It was during lockdown, so there were no inmates from any other where except for right there. Yeah. So I'm talking to Mike Vogel and Taryn Manning and the director, which was Brooks, and we start walking, okay, towards the cafeteria, and we're shooting the shit. Now, mind you, Mike Vogel is a very religious guy, very religious. He did a prayer group, prayer circle, group prayer, all of it. And he did every bit of that before the scene was shot. If there was another take, he said, "All right, guys, prayer real quick." He did a prayer before every single take. Cool dude. Not my cup of tea on a religion thing, but hey, whatever works for him. He's got a routine. He's got a habit. So, Taryn Manning and I were going over the scene that I had been promoted to. Okay. In this scene, her and Mike Vogel and their attorney team were going to be walking through the prison to so that his character could speak to the guy on death row who murdered his parents. Well, there was a corner cell, okay, and it had bars here, and concrete wall. There was another one on the other side of the wall that did the same thing but opposite. So, anyway, they said, "Here's your motivation," and I said, "What's that?" They said, "You haven't seen a woman in 20 years." Okay. They said, "When she walks by, you need to give her a look like you'd like to devour her as a meal, as an actual literal meal." And I was like, I mean, she's beautiful. That wouldn't be hard. You know, I'm
I got you on that one.
and so they were like, "Okay, we start that scene after lunch." All right, cool. So her and I were discussing it. You know, I said, "If it freaks you out at all, just tell me, and I'll wrangle it back a little bit." And she looked at me and she said, "No, this movie means a lot to Brooks. I want you to scare me."
Make it look.
And I was like, "Are you sure?" And she said, "I wouldn't tell you if I wasn't." It's like, all right, cool.
Make it as realistic as possible.
Right. And so we go walking through, and Mike turns around and says something funny. I don't remember what he said, but then the next thing I know, I felt a club in the back of my shoulder. And I'm like, what the hell was that? 5 tackled me. And they were like, "Where the fuck do you think you're going? What do you do?" Like, "I'm going to get lunch." And Mike Vogel walked a few steps ahead. He's probably 15, 20 feet. And Taryn Manning was to the right talking to her agent. And they both whipped around. They were like, "Yo, he's with us." Turns out they thought I was an escaping inmate trying to leave my cell. I'm still in full gear with blood stains on it. They had me dirtied up with makeup, so I looked dirty.
Using the script as you're using the movie as a way to get out.
Right. And they literally took me to a holding cell, a real life holding cell, not a propped one, but a real life holding cell. And they said, "You're going to sit here till we get your credentials cleared." I sat there for 7 hours. The producer couldn't get me out of the cell. The director couldn't get me. They would not let me out of that cell to save my life. By the time they let me out, it was 1 o'clock in the morning, and shooting had stopped literally at like 7:15. I sat there in prison as an inmate, and they finally came in and they were like, "Hey man, we're sorry." And then the warden showed up and he's like, "Look, I want to apologize." I was like, "I'm not even mad." I said, "The fact that your guards did their job."
Yeah.
I said, "They had no clue who I was."
And they made sure that everyone was safe.
Right. Because they thought that, like I said, I was an escaping inmate going after a celebrity.
Yeah. Especially because you were probably heading, it looked like you were heading towards her.
Right. And so the next day, because we didn't get to film that scene, obviously.
Right.
So the next day, I was bitterly pissed off. You know what I mean? And whenever I came in, we hit hair and makeup, and Taryn Manning looked at me and she said, "I'm in trouble today, aren't I?" I was like, "What do you mean?" She said, "I know you're mad." And she whispered it, "I know you're mad." I was like, "Who am I mad at?" She goes, "Guards." I said, "They did their job." I said, "What they did was motivate me to show them why I'm not here."
Right.
And I ended up getting a busted lip on my own accord. But her character walked by with a group of people, and I lunged from the prop bed, okay, and came at the bars, got it, and I said, and I busted my lip. And because the first day was a flop, and the second day I literally busted my lip to where it was like out like this.
Right.
Like this. The director was like, why don't you just hang out as an extra in regular clothes, and then when we shoot the scene outside, when the execution happens, you can be a part of that. And I was like, I mean, I can do it again. He said, no, we gotta wait till the swelling goes down. He said, you have to be in solitary confinement. You can't look like you got punched in the face.
Right.
And I was like, damn. So and it's crazy because when she walked by, I got a hold of her shirt and I pulled her to the prison gate. Like she was up against it, scared to, like she was holding it, scared to death. I saw the real panic in her face. So it worked. And never saw TV because I busted my own self in the mouth.
A little too into it.
Yeah. But no, I mean, there's been some fun experiences.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely fun. And then there's been some where I'm like, why did I sign up for this?
Some of them are pretty cheesy.
There's a movie named Street Creatures by J. Mackenzie Roach from back in, I want to say like 2003, 04, something. I played a bartender named Leo, and they had a prop knife. You know, he was going to stab my hand to get information from me. And turned out that prop only went in halfway. And I have the scar right there.
Where the other half went into his hand.
No, it literally, like, it went in and it broke the skin and went about that deep into my hand. It was a plastic knife. Like it retracted.
Right.
And it was round, so it didn't hurt. But when it retracted, it stopped. And I felt my fingers just like, So my reaction in that movie, if you ever go see the movie called Street Creatures by J. Mackenzie Roach, I don't even know where to find it. But the bar scene where Leo gets his hand stabbed, that is real. The scene where I am bleeding, that is real. Hold on. Let me see. There it is, right there.
Nice. Yeah. And there's always this what it could have, should have that you get cast for. There was
all cast and crew.
So there was one I wish would have gone through, but then the May 20th tornado took out all the filming equipment. There's Brett. Come on over, Brett. Brett Bauer, boy.
Oh yeah,
I know Brett from back in OBU. So, which he was part of the last one that was up in was here.
We're looking for Leo. Leo, right there. They spelled my name wrong. But that's me.
Yeah.
you for those that know my last name, you can't have one letter off and be like, that's somebody else. No. It's not like Rogers, where a DG and a G can be mistaken. No. My last name, if you put a G instead of a CH, it's still me. But yeah, that's me.
Yep.
I don't even know if they have the trailer for it.
No. You need to get your stuff on IMDb so you can get your picture up there.
I thought about it.
But, well, if some of the stuff we got going on works out.
Edit my shit, too.
Can get some of that going on.
Can I edit my own?
Yes. Well, not worry about it right now.
There it is.
Yep. So, but anyways, so after Bianca and Jade, which of course we kind of figured they were going to win the titles.
Mm-hmm.
Then we had Stardust.
That was epic. He played on his little insult from Friday night. He was like, yeah.
Did the cartwheel and
gets him in the corner and he goes,
that was great.
Actually, This is something I said.
and to have like they played on the sorry about that,
Where
guys.
is it at?
They played on the whole two Georgia boys.
Mhm. Which meant diddly.
You're right, but it was. But one interesting little fact: that was the first time in over 2 years that title was defended without somebody jumping in. Yeah, when you're up against Green Arrow.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's pretty epic. And Stardust picked a fight with Stephen Amell. It was great.
Yeah.
Stephen was all about it.
I wish he would have stayed in.
Yeah, but he's got the series called Heel.
Yeah.
Where he plays a wrestler.
Yep.
So
I love that series.
I wanted to watch it. I got
really
so many
good.
other things going on.
Really good.
So
My progression in WWE 2K24 is pretty epic right now.
nice.
Almost married Gigi Dolan.
Okay.
And then it was going to be like a Kane and Lita type thing, just sort of, wrestling
Right.
wedding. And then Seth and Becky came out and ruined it. They had me in a elimination chamber match against everybody I'd faced, which was Kevin Owens, Drew McIntyre, Logan Paul, and Seth Rollins. And then who was the other one? Kane.
Okay.
Yeah. That was a tough one to make it through. Not even
Right.
going to lie.
Yeah, that was the Cody versus AJ first match in over 2 years where there was not interference.
Yeah.
At all.
Yep.
The last time that had happened was when Roman went against Matt Riddle.
Yep.
So it was kind of a nice little finally type thing. But also, before Jay went out and Tama Tonga and Tonga out, yeah. It looks like because back in the day they were part of what are they called, Gorillas of Destiny.
Yep.
So we may get the Tonga brothers versus the Usos.
Yeah.
Especially with the way Paul looked at Jay.
Yeah. The
Yeah. It's like that looks in. I want to see that match.
Yeah.
I think so.
Because honestly, I think they just split the Usos up because they wanted a WrestleMania match.
Yes.
Like I think that's literally the only reason.
Yeah, and that's I agree because they said that was one of their bucket list things. They wanted to have a match,
and they were both absolutely disappointed with it.
Yeah.
Jay was like, I didn't want to push it too far, and Jimmy said, I was afraid to try to outdo you because I didn't want it to look too staged.
Right.
They were both too afraid to outshine the other. That's brotherly love right there.
Yeah.
I don't give a damn. If you put on the worst match of the night to protect your brother's image in real life.
So I said, that's, I need to stop saying that.
What?
That said. I notice I say that a lot.
Yeah, it's from my college. For those that give a shit, I'm currently in college with my wife getting my bachelor's in criminal justice.
That's who I'm actually on Zoom with right now.
Huh?
I'm actually on Zoom with them.
That's funny.
Can I say hi?
Nope, it's against the law.
I mean,
Who are we on Zoom with?
it's somebody else's like help or whatever. Like,
Oh, okay.
Like, it's one of the professors.
Can you do me a favor? Can you pour me a glass of Milo's in a metal cup?
No.
Pretty please.
A glass of Milo's in what?
In a metal cup. Pretty please.
Are you gonna do my assignment? My 120-point assignment?
I'm not doing it. That's plagiarism.
Exactly.
You getting me a glass of Milo's tea is absolutely not plagiarism. I told you I would help you, and I absolutely will. And then tomorrow night, y'all, I spoiled my wife for late anniversary, early wedding, or late birthday, early wedding anniversary / Mother's Day gift. Tomorrow night, we are going to be on the floor at Brantley Gilbert. So that should be fun. Huh? Yeah, hey, babe. It's tomorrow. Not even a day away. 24 hours from right now, we're going to be rocking out with our cocking out. Well,
Okay.
I will. She won't.
TMI.
I'm gonna have a fucking migraine.
Probably, which means no booty for me. Although the endorphin rush could make the headache go away.
Right?
You need to stop talking dirty.
That was not dirty. I use medical terminology.
That's being a bad boy.
I'm going to
Isn't that part of why you're with him, because he's a bad boy?
I'm going to let her vagina ingest my penis.
Stop! You are live on the interweb.
That's okay. Ain't no worse than what you did to me, Ma.
Oh,
I didn't do anything to my Mima. What did I do to her?
You recorded her talking about her sex life.
I did.
I don't want to hear it.
I deleted it though.
Yeah, but you were dead set on telling the world. I will never be able to unhear that conversation.
My grandma was the first person I told that I ever gave head to.
And then
Like,
she was worried about me
somebody.
talking sexually. I'm like, okay, miss, I gave head, Mimo.
Look, we were standing in her kitchen. I said, Mima, I finally gave head for the first time.
Did they give it back?
No.
Okay.
all right.
We got a
Next.
king and queen of the ring.
All right. So, yeah, now we're heading towards King and Queen of the Ring.
Selena Vega was last year or last winter, wasn't she?
Yes, Zelina and Xavier Woods.
Yeah.
So we had the first round of matches on Raw. It was supposed to have been Drew McIntyre versus Finn Balor.
What's the real reason that Drew didn't wrestle?
I think it's storyline.
Yeah.
Because guess
I
what?
wonder if they're saving him for Punk.
They are. They're saving him for Punk. And I'll say it's going to be storyline because they just did the same thing to Bobby Lashley. Because Bobby was supposed to face, is it Tama Tonga tomorrow night, right?
Yeah.
But I don't, they're going to push Tama. Okay? And I don't think they wanted Bobby to lose to Tama. So now he's going against Angelo Dawkins. Yeah, I mean, so the loss for Angelo is going to be less detrimental than Bobby Lashley.
But it's going to be less helpful.
I know.
Tama. You beat a Bobby Lashley. That he's a veteran. That speaks volumes. He's been in the business 20 years.
Right.
He's a veteran, like literal veteran military. I think he was a ranger, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes. And a drill instructor.
Right. And a bodybuilder and a champion in college. Like, let him beat him.
But I think they were afraid of what it would do to Bobby's.
It wouldn't do anything.
I don't know. That's what it seems like.
It's the bloodline whooping up on people. It's
Right.
to be expected.
Right.
Like,
but
come on now.
Like I said, I don't know. It's like they're trying to save Bobby face. So whatever. But so yeah, I did like that they were trying to say, Finn was trying to say that. Well, I guess that means I get a free ride to the next round.
Yep. You got Adam Pearce. Oh no
free rides here. And then of course they replaced Drew with somebody that Drew does not like. Jay. So
when I heard Uso's music hit, I about came up out of the chair. Yes, my dear.
Our son just pulled a fast one, Kev.
Hold on a second. He did what?
He pulled a fast one, Kev.
Which son?
Abel.
Not surprised.
He's not allowed to watch South Park.
Right.
He didn't tell Kev he's not allowed to watch South Park.
And Kev started it?
And he was watching it, and I said, if I remember correctly, he's not allowed to watch it. I could be wrong though.
Mm.
And Kev was like, I did not know that. He
Well, I
did
mean,
not tell me that.
Did he ask to watch it, or did Kev just start watching it?
No, he asked to watch it.
Of course he did. Of course he did that. That's my boy.
He changed it.
That's my boy.
Kev changed it.
And I, way off topic again, but this is a good one. That little 8-year-old has got the will, determination, and the heart of a fucking warrior. The amount of just bull doo-doo he has been through in 8 years. He's witnessed it. She's witnessed it. The amount of bull doo-doo that kid has been through, the things he has seen, the things he has heard, you would think that he would not want to associate with anybody. No. He loves people. He
That's a good
loves
thing.
people.
He doesn't associate people with the things.
Mm-hmm.
He keeps it where it needs to be when it's associated with one individual.
Right. Now, if something comes up about said individual, then his mind triggers into it.
Right.
But he doesn't, like Joe Blow at the gas station could talk a bunch of crazy shit and it would never hurt his feelings.
Right. He's able to keep it
But someone close to him does the same thing, that he trusts, that he thinks is going to walk away, or that he thinks he's going to lose, or that he thinks is going to be mad at him, and it is utter chaos in his brain. So, and if you apologize, he immediately forgives you like it never happened. Like, I wish I had the strength he has. I do. Because I wouldn't. I don't know. He's an incredible kid. That's for sure. I'll bring him by to say hi before he goes back to bed. I might actually let him sit in for a second while I go to the bathroom.
Okay.
Come here, bud. After you get your water, come over here, all right? I'm going to let him take over when I go to the bathroom. Give him a chance to hang out with Uncle Russ. Yeah, that's fine. Come here, dude.
He's been given his knowledge on it too.
That's fine. Throw these on.
Okay.
Okay? I got to go to the bathroom, so you're going to hang out and do the podcast with Uncle Russ for a second, all right?
Okay.
You want to talk wrestling with me?
You want to talk wrestling?
But you can't sit on his lap. He's got to go to the bathroom.
Okay.
You want to talk wrestling?
You
Yeah.
want to talk some wrestling?
All right. Just in case you're wondering, this is the young man I was just talking about.
This is Gooferball right here. All right, Gooferball?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, did you watch wrestling this last week?
Yeah.
All right. What was your favorite match?
Cody fighting Roman Reigns.
Okay. What about Jey Uso?
Yeah.
You like Jey?
Yeah.
What's he do? Show me his move.
I don't know. I don't remember.
Come on. When his music is going on, what do you do?
I don't know.
Come on.
Hey,
You gotta take your arms.
Okay. Uso!
Come on, you gotta go. You gotta do this. There we go. Yeah. Down since day one is. Right?
Right.
All right. Yeah. Just say yeet,
Yeet.
yeet,
Yeet.
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 So you yeet again, right?
Right.
What about Drew McIntyre?
Oh, yeah.
You like Drew?
Gross.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gross.
No, see, Drew's cool.
Yeah.
He's got the big old sword there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the big old sword.
That big old, you cut somebody's head off.
Yeah.
You ain't careful.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
about Gunther?
What is good?
Gunther? Big old guy. He likes to slap people in the chest.
Oh.
Yeet!
So he slaps people in the
What about
chest.
about female wrestler? What's your favorite female?
Uh.
Becky? Oh, who?
I can't figure out.
Becky Lynch.
You got. I mean, if you said Becky Lynch, I wouldn't be
Hey,
mad
hey,
at you.
Hey,
You gotta watch out for those redheads.
tell him, Lita.
Lita.
Yes, Lita. You know, yeah.
Don't
Hey,
spin.
Bubba,
Don't
put
spin.
that
Hang on. Hang on. Sit down. Hang on. You're not done yet. I'm
Oh.
not back yet.
Even though he's there, he's not back yet.
Hey, put your bookmark down though.
I'm here, but
He's
I'm not.
just
So we don't
getting
lose it.
popcorn.
Hey, over here. We're over here talking.
Yeah,
So Lita, Becky.
yeah.
Okay, so do you want to kiss him?
No.
No. Okay. Not yet, right?
Hey, he has a
No.
girlfriend. Don't make
Oh, you got a girlfriend? What's her name?
Busy Izzy.
Busy Izzy.
Mhm.
Oh, she sounds dangerous.
What did that call her that?
That's what her parents call.
So where'd you meet her?
She's. I meet her from school.
From school?
She lives in the same place we live, Westlake.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Did you try to steal a juice box?
No,
No.
Did you at least make her a lightsaber?
I did. One of them. I
Uh
made
oh.
him the blue
Getting serious.
Yeah.
I made
You
him.
gonna try to
blue.
kiss her next week?
Really stop.
So embarrassing. Oh,
I know.
Gosh.
Really.
Tell Uncle Russ, say girls have cooties.
Girls have cooties.
Yes, they do.
Hey, well,
And
Yes.
tell him. But I like those dudes.
Hey. No.
Don't be
Nope.
like your daddy and Uncle Russ.
yeah, don't.
All right,
What?
bye.
What did I do? I am innocent
Come here,
All
buddy.
right.
until proven guilty in the court of law.
Come here. Come here. Good night, buddy. I love you. See you in the morning.
Hey. We have our ritual.
That is an incredible kid right there. I mean, this states it 100%.
Be good for who?
Some canes.
3 awards he got from the school this year.
Attaboy. All right. Love you, buddy.
Ilya versus Ricochet. What did you think about that match?
Can I eat this cookie?
Go for it.
I really can't find anything positive to say about that because he was trying so hard to keep up with Ricochet.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't have half the speed Ricochet has.
Well, and it's
Like, my favorite move was when he jumps across the ring and just comes down and punches.
that's his big finale move.
Like, I love it, but
It was
the majority of the match he was playing keep up
because his style, which
is 100% different.
yeah, it's he comes from the European style, which is
Right.
more methodical, lot slower.
Gunther.
I mean, New Catch Republic. It's a completely different style, and mash with the lucha style of Ricochet,
Right.
the super lucha style of Ricochet. It was very odd.
It was hard to watch.
Yeah, because trying to get it to flow.
You see Ricochet do some badass moving, and like, what's he gonna do?
Right.
Like with Cena and Batista, you knew something badass was gonna come up.
But their styles are very similar.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, just by the way Ricochet flies around, you'd expect Ricochet to win.
Oh yeah. Now,
But-
if it was a match like Ricochet and Rey Mysterio,
Then yeah.
I can watch that. I can watch every second of it. But I couldn't fall into that one.
Right. But I expected Ilya to win because
Why
they just
does
gave
this one have to be a pain in my heart?
speed. They just gave the speed title to Ricochet. So
Yep.
Then we had the final match. Of course, was the Gunther and Sheamus, but you knew it was going to be a knockdown, drag out.
Gunther has 7 busted blood vessels in his chest.
Did you see the handprint? You could count the digits on Sheamus's back.
Did you see his picture on Instagram, on Twitter?
Yes, of his chest.
Mm-mm.
I
Nope.
mean, My wife was looking down at something and heard one of those pops, and her head rocked up so fast, and
Mhm.
she was like, "What the heck is that?"
Be like, oh, nothing, just a life leaving his body.
Yeah, I mean, like he was trying to give him CPR with one hand.
He did.
Yeah, I mean,
Screw an EKG machine.
right?
He'll jumpstart your heart.
So the next round after these, you got Gunther, and of course this weekend you got Kofi versus Ray.
Mhm.
So Gunther's going to face whoever.
So Ray won this or Kofi won this?
Don't know yet. That happens this weekend.
Night.
So
Or tomorrow night?
no,
No?
that'll happen Saturday at a house show.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, which leaves Jay and Ilya against each other next week. We know that one for a fact.
Mhm.
And it's kind of almost going to be the same boat as Ricochet in a sense.
Jay's more of a brawler
Yeah, he's slower.
at the lightweight.
Right. So,
I say lightweight. He's 225 pounds.
right.
It was more than, well, not really. I think Cody was like 230.
So, that's it. But let's get it's kind of a, I don't know if the styles. So, it should be interesting.
Mhm.
I don't see Ilya passing that one, though.
No. They're not
So-
going to push Jay and then drop him to Ilya on his second match.
Yeah. Yeah.
It'd be a hell of a push, but I don't think they'll do it.
I said, and I see for the Raw side being Gunther versus Jay.
Mhm.
That one, I don't know if I could pick who they're going to put over.
I think they're going to put Jay over because there's no title involved.
King Jay, huh?
Okay. Have you heard Jimmy's music?
No.
Hold on.
Well, because you forget, also on the SmackDown side, we have the first round. We have AJ and Randy, Baron Corbin and Carmelo Hayes, LA Knight versus Santos, of
Right.
course, then the Tama and Angelo Dawkins. Oh, Born a King. Interesting. 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 But he's not part of any of the matches yet, so.
They didn't ever play the words
Right,
to his song in wrestling for that reason.
right. Interesting.
He's now standing against his family tree,
Right,
not his family, the family tree.
right.
So
I said it looks with what they're going to do. I mean, you're going to have the Usos,
Mhm.
not as a tag team,
I think they will be.
but they will tag, especially against
Mm-hmm.
the Tongas.
Yeah.
At whatever classification they're going to give
So
them.
what would that be? Tamatonga Tongaloa?
Yeah, yeah.
Tamatonga squared Loa?
That's what I'm saying. Just the Tongas.
Tonga brothers.
Yeah. How they're going to do that, I'm not sure.
Hang on, my dear. That is ridiculously loud in the microphone. I just figured I'd throw that out there.
So there's still more pieces. It looks like they're going to fit in,
Yep.
but it still definitely looks.
I'm waiting on Jacob to come back.
We get,
This is making me think Jacob's going to the Uso side
I think so too.
because you've got Tama and Tonga on the bloodline side. I think Jimmy and Jay are going to get back together.
Right.
They're going to take on two of them, and the third's going to jump in, and Jacob is going to show up. That's my prediction.
Because you got two people with the spike.
Yeah.
And so
And
you'll
you can't
this-
have two spikes
yeah.
on the same team.
Right. So you're going to have the spike versus the spike,
Mm-hmm.
and
And what about Zilla?
that's the thing. So
Zilla has a spike.
and then with looks like, of course, Roman and The Rock.
Mhm.
Then you'll have the heel bloodline versus the face bloodline.
I think it's going to be The Rock comes back, comes after Cody. Roman didn't get his rematch, so he's going to interfere in that match. That's going to cause a feud between The Rock and Roman for next year's WrestleMania. I'm going to call that now.
I can see that.
Rock Roman WrestleMania. Usos versus Tongas WrestleMania. Let's see. Bianca versus Jade WrestleMania. Damian Priest
I mean, I can see a Finn
versus Finn
That'd be a good match.
Mania. Yeah. Bailey versus Naomi
Mm-hmm.
Mania. If she's still champion, I don't know if she will be. Let's see. Wyatt Six versus.
Yeah.
Wyatt Six versus Final Testament.
Yeah. That'd be a good mix.
Yeah.
But eventually I see the Wyatt Six going against the Bloodline.
All I know is.
Especially with the old feud between the Shield
Right.
and the Wyatt family.
I see Survivor Series being like absolutely loaded. Like an extra large Survivor Series with more than 5 people on the team. I think it's going to be a Survivor Series with 4 teams of 5.
Well, the War Games, I see heel Bloodline versus a face Bloodline.
With Wyatt Six and Final Testament. A fatal 20-way.
Might be a little too busy. I don't know. That's kind of
It's 2 rings though.
right, but that's I
That'd
don't
be
know.
the same as having two faction two,
Yeah, I don't know.
It's going to be big. I'll call that. It's going to be big.
It's going to be interesting to see what they do.
And now, just in case, it is Thursday, May 9th, 2024 at 8:53 p.m. That's the date, time, Oklahoma City. Tomorrow night is Friday Night SmackDown. They have the second round of the King and Queen of the Ring matches.
So
The Rock is currently gone.
right.
What else can we do to validate the day and time? The solar eclipse was 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago.
Something like that.
Backlash was last weekend.
Well, I mean, we have very more than enough recorded proof because we're
Right.
here every week.
Right.
So,
and it's time and dated.
right.
Mm-hmm.
So, now for Raw, we also had the Io versus Natalia.
That was a good one.
Yeah, I Natalia's being stuck, being the person
mid to low card.
Yeah, where she's made to be the one to help put people over.
Yeah, mid to low card.
And for her pedigree, her heritage, I mean, I can understand why she would do it.
It's a slap in the face.
But it's a slap in the face. So, I mean, but like she says, she is the boat,
Yeah.
How much longer is she going to stay in it? And I don't know.
She was on the bump, I want to say September, October last year. And they asked her the same thing, and she said, when my body tells me to stop.
So that makes you wonder. I mean, what about her and kids?
Yeah.
I mean, so if there's no plans, and apparently her and her husband, had talked that out.
Which
so it
one
makes me
is
wonder,
her husband, Tyson?
Yeah,
Right?
Tyson.
Yeah.
So did they already have an idea that maybe one of them couldn't have kids, and they already figured that out? And they already just kind of, I don't know. Yeah. I've wondered that for quite a while now.
Celebrities get that real good contraceptive.
So
I mean, they can literally wrestle in close proximity during the pandemic.
Yeah.
I think they're covered.
Yeah. Then we had Lyra versus Dakota.
Hands down. one of the best matches of the night.
Dakota finally got to show out.
Oh, yeah.
And
But it wasn't good enough.
it wasn't good enough. But I'm glad that Dakota finally got the time to shine. She's been put in a box for a while. You know, I don't think she's one of the best wrestlers.
Not even close.
Not even close. But she is a great worker.
Yeah.
She's one of those, you know, kind of like Natalia who's putting people over.
Her microphone skills are way up here.
Yeah. So it was. I enjoyed that one. Zoe versus Ivy was a great.
Yes.
That was a great matchup. The two different styles.
They should have given it to Zoe though.
They did.
To Ivy.
I don't think they gave it to Ivy yet because Zoe has been there a little bit longer.
I think it's just because Ivy's so small it would look like a fake belt. Have you seen how tall she is?
Oh, I know how tall she is. I remember.
I didn't believe it till I looked it up.
I mean, because I remember seeing her, you know, for the Rock's show that he had, you know, that little competitive thing. So, but I think, you know, Zoe's been there a little longer, and that's why Ivy will get hers. And so, then of course this another kind of like Kofi Ray match. There's gonna be Shayna versus Zelina. 5'2".
Which is a whole 7 inches taller than my wife. Ivy Nile, 5'2".
Everybody's taller than me.
Hold on. Who is the shortest female wrestler?
I don't remember. I didn't realize how short they were until I went to
Nikki Cross is 5 foot. Really?
Wow.
No way. Nuh-uh. No, you're full of duty.
Let it load.
No way she's 5 foot tall.
Huh. I remember the first time I realized how short the female wrestlers were.
Yeah.
At a pay-per-view, and it was in Little Rock, Arkansas, and we're walking to head to our seats, some friends and I, and coming down out of the stands, I see a guy and a girl at the corner of my eye, and they're patiently waiting to get out into the main walkway. And, you know,
I know how tall she is.
Yeah. And
I got a hug.
Liv Morgan. And I just, out of, you know, being, you know, Anoki, I was like, you know, I'm going to let this lady through. And I kind of looked at her, and her eyes got a little wide, like, oh no. And at first it didn't dawn on me why. And so she walked out, and then right behind her was this taller black gentleman. And then I looked at him and I went, hold it. That's Coachman.
Yep.
That's Jonathan. And
He's
then
a tall dude.
Yes. And then it dawned on me who the woman was in front of her. It was Lita. And that's when I was like, holy cow.
Yeah. So let's go over the 17 shortest female wrestlers.
Lola Vice, I can't stand her.
Yeah, me neither. So let's get
her biggest thing is to shake her butt.
Dana Brooke.
5'3".
5'3".
Oh my god. I used to run
Liv
around the
Morgan.
house.
5'3".
Russ.
Huh?
I literally used to run around the house as a child and go, shake my butt and shake my butt.
Like I said, well, the thing is with Lola Vice, she was part of, you know, MMA stuff, but she's made herself famous on TikTok and Instagram by shaking her butt because she's Latina.
Aaliyah.
I could care less.
Not the singer, the wrestler.
That's
Right.
disgusting to me. Like,
Aaliyah is
I did
5'3".
I did it when I was cute as a child.
Right. Not as a full-grown adult. Yeah. It's
That's a shocker.
like, oh really? She's only 5'3".
Xia Li is 5'3".
She seemed taller.
Asuka, 5'3". Mako,
Satomura,
5'2".
5'2". That's the one that lives.
Candice LeRae is 5'2".
Okay.
That would put Johnny Gargano at like 5'5".
Yeah, Johnny's not tall at all. Yeah, Johnny's a short guy.
Caden Carter, 5'2".
Don't care.
Yeah. Ivy Nile, 5'2". Wendy Chu, 5'2". Alexa Bliss, 5'1". EO Sky, 5'1". Zelina Vega, 5'1". Roxanne Perez, 5'1". Caden Chance, 5 foot even. And Nikki Cross, 5 foot even.
Wow.
No,
Wow.
let's see here. Top 10 shortest WWE
Well,
wrestlers of all time.
Well, you got. Let me show you. You got Hornswoggle.
Hornswoggle comes in. Funaki is 5'7". Jamie Noble is 5'7". Rey Mysterio 5'6". Okay. Kalisto 5'6". Leo Rush 5'6".
And his last match, I'm not sure where he's at. He did an homage to Bray,
Right.
and it was killer. So Drake Maverick 5'4".
El Torito 4'5".
Holy cow!
Hornswoggle 4'4" tall.
El Torito and Hornswoggle's match.
Dink the Clown 4 foot even.
Wow.
Max Mini Suki is 3 feet 7 inches tall.
It's crazy.
Who's the shortest WWE wrestler right now? Raul Mendoza is 5'7".
Joaquin Wilde is 5'7". Okay.
Wesley is 5'7". Brian Kendrick is 5'7". Lance Dorado, Akira Tozawa 5'7". Rey Mysterio 5'6". Drake Maverick is 5'4".
Okay.
Let's look up tallest.
Omos.
Giant Gonzalez,
Yeah,
also known as El Gigante.
He was the tallest ever. Yeah.
Yeah. He is 8 feet tall.
Yep. And weird outfit.
Who's the tallest wrestler in WWE right now? Tolupe Jordan something. Nigerian professional wrestler.
Omos.
Oh, yeah. Omos.
Yep.
He is 7 feet 3 inches tall. Kerrigan is 7 feet. That's incorrect because you got the giant.
Right.
Oh, never mind. He's right there. Great Khali was 7 foot 1 inches tall. Big Cass was 7 feet tall.
Yep.
Omos is 7 feet 3 inches tall. Andre the Giant, literally this much taller than Omos.
An inch. Literally.
Missed it by an inch.
By that
Who's
much.
taller, The Undertaker or Braun Strowman? Kane and The Undertaker were billed as 6'10", 6'11", and even 7 feet tall sometimes. And Strowman is taller than they are, and at least as tall as they were in their primes. Cena is about 6 foot tall. Reigns is like 6'1", 6'2". So Strowman is significantly taller than they are. That has nothing to do with the title of it.
That's funny.
Greatest big man wrestler of all time. That's a given. Undertaker.
Undertaker. He was.
Is Triple H really 6 feet 4 inches tall? Yes, he is. That's a big dude.
Yeah.
With all that muscle. How much did The Undertaker weigh? 309 pounds. Holy cow. How heavy was Vader?
He was a big boy.
450 pounds. Who trained The Undertaker? Don Jardine. Huh.
All right, let's go back to Friday's matches for King of the Ring. And then we'll do Queen of the Ring. So here's what we know for tomorrow night. We got AJ versus Randy.
I got Randy.
Yeah. I mean,
AJ's going to be too much in his head from losing to Cody.
yeah. I mean, and he's being, regaled to a lower rank right now. I'm not sure.
Such a big baby.
I'm not sure why. With AJ, isn't?
He's talented as hell.
Yeah. One of his moves he can't do anymore just because he's gotten older. I forgot which one it is right now.
He's even talked about giving up the Pele kick because of how he has to land.
Right. I mean, he's been at it for quite a while. But let's see. The last match he had with Cody came almost, what was it, 15 years after his match with Dusty.
Yeah.
So AJ's been at it for a while.
I still remember when he was a TNA X champion.
Yeah.
Like that was what, 10 years ago?
Yeah.
It was wild. I remember watching him. He had short hair, no beard,
Yeah,
no mustache, no nothing.
Clean cut as could be. Pretty.
I'm gonna show my wife a picture of that.
Yeah. So when he showed up and he had that long hair and all that, I was like, okay, I'm not used to this AJ Styles. So.
Let's see.
Yeah, right there.
That was AJ Styles in TNA. And if you're curious who I'm talking about,
I don't care about AJ Styles.
that guy.
I know who AJ Styles is. I wasn't born yesterday.
You sure?
Nor was I born under a rock.
Have you seen Drew McIntyre back in the day?
Yes, you showed me that too.
Good job.
He's a rock star.
Yeah. 3-man band.
But just like
Name another wrestler that looks nothing like he did when he started.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
You know that? Huh?
Will.
Okay, I'm an actual professional big timer.
Triple H.
Looks similar, just minus the hair.
And Undertaker.
I'm about to blow your mind. You ready?
You blow my mind every single
Hollywood
time
Blonde.
in bed. You blow my mind in bed. I don't need it. I don't need it.
So this is Stone Cold and Paul Heyman.
Gross. God, they ugly. Paul Heyman's still ugly.
That's Stone Cold.
He got fatter.
Yep.
Okay, he's not ugly now.
There you go. Stone Cold.
Hollywood Blonde.
Gross. Stop showing me.
Yeah. Speaking of somebody that's changed, Baron Corbin. Yeah, that stringy black hair.
When he first popped onto the scene and I first saw the End of Days, oh my God.
That is still the most protected move in WWE.
Mm-hmm.
Still, to this day. And
I'm still waiting on my root beer.
And he's
Contact her.
And he talked to Undertaker because he had a match with Undertaker.
Mm-hmm.
And he told Undertaker that if you want to kick out of it, go ahead. And Taker said, no, you protect that move with everything you have.
Yep. Because once you start kicking out of a move, everybody's going to kick out.
Especially one that's like that. That's, I mean, it's he does it so fluently.
Like,
it's kind of like Randy's fadeaway slam. It's flawless.
It's like the tombstone.
Yeah.
And if I'm not mistaken, I think Lesnar was the first one to ever kick out of it.
I think so too.
Which immortalized Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
That victory against Undertaker, the only blemish in 22 years. He immortalized the man in one night.
Right.
No matter what Brock Lesnar ever does in his life, unless he pulls a Benoit, he will legitimately never be beaten. Because he's the only one that beat The Undertaker at Mania. The only one.
So you got Baron versus Carmelo Hayes. That's gonna be an interesting match. Because you got Baron just coming back over, and Carmelo being the #1 draft pick.
Right. So are we talking about early 2000s Baron Corbin?
No, it's just
Or
it's the news.
24 Baron Corbin.
24 Baron
Carmelo's got this. He's got the speed. Because yeah, they brought him back, but there's no way they're gonna let Melo fail.
They're gonna push him at least one more round, kind of like Ilya.
Yeah.
They'll push him one more round.
Right.
Because yeah. Then who some of these people, who are they gonna put him up against?
Talking about Carmelo?
Yeah.
Carlito?
A little bit. No, I'm talking about King of the Ring.
Oh.
So that would be.
This guy thinks he left the Zoom call and he's literally sitting here practically talking shit.
I say because I'm trying to figure out, with, putting King against.
She's in a Zoom call with her college classmates, right?
Uh-huh.
And there's a guy in there that thought he left the Zoom call who's currently and actively talking shit to people in the chat. He thinks he's not in the chat.
And now he's singing Stand By Me.
That time when you realize where you fucked up.
Yeah. Then you got LA Knight versus Santos. See, because a lot of these, I'm trying to picture, especially what they do with the name, with King of the Ring.
Mm-hmm.
What name would fit?
King Escobar sounds Mayan or Aztec.
King Santos?
Yes. Or King Escobar.
Right. And because you got, or like LA King?
King Knight just sounds stupid.
Yeah, so it have to be like King LA or LA King. I don't think either one of those would work.
But
like King Booker.
No, think about it. What's the team name for the hockey team in Los Angeles? The LA Kings.
It is, isn't it?
Everything is connected in one way or another. Remember that.
So, and Baron won King of the Ring once, didn't he?
Yes.
So
he won the inaugural King. No, not the inaugural.
No.
I forgot what it was.
Yeah.
Tell me you don't pay attention in class without telling me you don't pay attention in class.
I was looking at it.
King Randy.
No, I don't see them giving Randy the King of the Ring.
I mean, if anybody deserves it more, would be Randy to have another one of those under his belt.
Right.
But it wouldn't make sense because King of the Ring is the push to the next level.
So I'm going to go ahead because these are all the competitors.
Correct.
There's nothing missing from there.
Well, we are missing for the female because it'll be Bianca versus Candice. Bianca's winning.
Okay.
Jade versus Piper. Jade's winning.
I'm going to do my KOR and QOR
Naomi
prediction.
versus Nia. I see Nia winning that one.
I'm going to do my prediction for the final match and the winner. So for the final match, I see Gunther.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that one.
And
on the SmackDown side, yeah,
Tama Tonga. Tama Tonga takes it.
You think they'll put Tama over Gunther?
Maybe.
That would put a very weird dynamic on that, wouldn't it?
It would, and it
King
would make
Tama.
It would be 3 high chiefs, and he would either feud with his brother. I'm better than you. I won this. I'm the king. You will bow down to me, because he's got that evil side.
Right.
I see Tama taking it and being a sick, twisted King Booker, forcing everybody to bow down, forcing everybody to cater to him. I see Booker's reign as king again, but with an extremely dominant evil side.
I can see that.
I would
I don't see that happening though right now.
I would say
I mean,
in
I would say next year.
I'm gonna say this year. I'm gonna say it's Gunther and Tama, final round for Raw. Tama takes it. Females from Raw. You know,
I think it's Zoe's time.
nah,
No.
no. I think they're going to push Jade.
Well, that's SmackDown. So
Right. I think they're going to push Jade and Zoe.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
Two
Zoe.
powerhouse women.
Yeah, I say Zoe on the Raw side.
Right. Jade and Zoe. And there's literally, what, 6 months difference between them?
Right.
Oh, no, a year. She came out with Trish.
Oh yeah. But pushing Jade this soon,
I think they will.
think so?
I mean, King of the Ring's in September. Still 2-3 months away.
No, King of the Ring is 25th.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah. So, or Queen of the Ring for them.
Yeah.
Is the 25th. She's not there yet.
That's 2 weeks away. Well, 2 weeks from Friday. No, Saturday.
Yeah, that's not that far away.
I think that's my call. Men and women is Tama Gunther.
I will agree with the Tama. That my only is unless Jimmy jumps in to knock out to interfere.
I don't know if he will though,
So I don't know.
because he's been baby facing the shit out of everything, and if you interfere, you immediately go heel.
So,
Like if you try to
But,
alter
I mean,
the outcome of a match
right.
in the eyes
It
of the
is
public,
It's a heel move.
it is a heel move.
Right.
And in all the years I've watched wrestling, the face never makes a heel move,
right.
and stays
It's almost
a face.
especially if it's old school.
Right.
So I mean, yeah, I can see that. Because it is Triple H, and he's going to
Right.
try to keep some of those old school
And
things held tight.
The Rock made all those cryptic messages on the draw up to WrestleMania, to where the bloodline will do this, the bloodline will do that, the bloodline will own this and own that.
Right.
And if you think about it, Tama Tonga drove his rental car into Kevin Owens' rental car.
Right.
There was no repercussion, no punishment, no fines, no nothing.
Right.
I don't know. I think
So-
he's going to be one of their golden boys. And there's the wife.
So
All right, your picks. Then we got to wrap it up because I'm tired.
Yeah.
I'll get up.
I understand. Yeah, I agree. Gunther. I don't know. I think they're going to push Gunther.
I mean, I can see it.
I can see it. I mean, I would love to see King J.
It's just not his time for King.
Yeah, it's. I mean, with everything else going on, like I said, it would be great. I think.
Unless one of these guys, another one, mysteriously falls out.
Right.
And they throw Jimmy in there. And then what if it's Jimmy versus Jay for King of the Ring?
Right.
Because they were both wanting to be tribal chief.
I mean, I could see. I mean, even still, Jay and Tama.
Yeah.
That would be a great.
That'd be a vicious match.
Yeah, because it would, especially with the whole bloodline.
Yeah.
It would start that feud between the heel bloodline and the face bloodline. I mean,
yeah,
and give it to Jay.
Yep, and bring
because
Jacob and
because remember what Roman
Zilla
said
over.
that Jay was. They were preparing him to be tribal chief.
I see them doing this, and then you can get back to your pick.
Yeah.
They need a rematch to show them what they can really do for one.
Right.
I just got put as host.
You did what?
the actual like professor's person just dismissed
The camera's
them.
on.
Not mine.
I
Anyways.
lost my train of thought.
So, your final
Oh.
pick.
And put this thing back on the rails. Yeah, no. I'm off-roading. Go ahead.
So, I think they're going to give it to Gunther. They're going to keep pushing Gunther. I mean, they've got him primed and set for future champion. Hands
Yeah.
down. And I think they're going to give it to him. Just, the
women. I mean, it's kind of easy. You got 3 that are already guaranteed a chance.
right. And usually the king of the ring is the next big up and comer that's going to get a shot. You got Io, who's already had it. Lyra,
who's had NXT.
Yeah, and she's still too new to the next brand.
But you can't say that.
For Lyra?
For being brand new.
Well, I mean, she's not brand new to the industry.
Right. I'm talking about to the big brand. Because I want you to think about the night after WrestleMania, AJ Lee standing in the ring.
Oh.
Paige came out, and within 15 hours of her contract being signed, she was WWE champion.
True. That is very.
So,
did the host leave? Like
you I won't ever say they've been on the show too short.
That's a
never
very,
say that.
very, very good point.
I will never say that, man or woman.
Right.
Because I'm pretty sure it's happened with the men too. I just don't remember who it was.
Yeah.
But somebody came out and challenged the champion, and they won. I just don't. I think it was back in the 80s. But I don't.
But yeah, with Paige and AJ Lee, yeah, that's a good point. So I mean, they could give it to Lyra. I would say,
but it wouldn't be her first match like it was with Paige.
Right. But it is very early on in the bigs.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
So yeah, I mean,
because I know Paige does hold the record for the shortest time on the big brands before getting a championship.
Yeah. See, I'm not sure who the 4th match is. They didn't announce that, but I don't think it really matters. Kind of like the 4th match on all the others are kind of non-consequential.
You got a pen?
Oh yeah, right here.
I'm gonna write my pick for what that 4th match would be. See how you feel about it. Hold on.
Yeah, so you have the same one I do. Okay, so I can do it because I had to kind of teach myself.
But lives on. This is SmackDown. Lives on Raw. So
if she's part of the Wyatt 6, it wouldn't matter.
Which I don't think she will be. Because then you got 2 people Wyatt 6 going against each other.
What if this is a match that determines who makes the team? You know what I mean? Whoever wins that.
That means Alexa's got to show up tomorrow.
Yeah.
So
I'll be at Brantley Gilbert's. I'll find out when I get home.
Or else I send you an emoji.
Do that. Just emoji me.
Yeah.
But don't say who won.
No.
I don't want to know anything about it other than how good it is.
Right. But
I feel kind of Cody deprived, though. It's been almost 2 weeks since I've seen Cody on the show. I don't know if you know that. But he was on the show last time to just randomly talk.
Right.
And then he was gone.
Yeah.
Because he was talking to AJ.
Right.
Via video. And then, or that was the press the kickoff show. And the week before that was the draft, I believe. And
he's done a lot of talking. The only match he's really had was against Carmelo.
Was against Carmelo and AJ. And that's, my brain is not used to that.
Yeah.
I'm used to seeing Cody in action every week.
Well, and I think the match with Carmelo, he did